Hey guys, how you doing? Today we're going to be having a look at the third part of Ascend by Thedoo. Let's have a look at it. Alright guys, now the tuning for the song is going to be standard E flat. I'm going to be showing you how to play the song in standard E exactly as you would play it in standard E flat. So with that in mind guys, let's have a look at the first section. Alright guys, now let's have a look at the first section. We're going to be starting off on the bridge pickup. We're going to have this little octave idea going on at first. So we're going to be playing 4 on the 5th string, 6 on the 3rd. And I'm hybrid picking this, playing the note on the 5th string with my pick, and the one on the 3rd string with my middle finger. Feel free to use your ring finger too, doesn't really matter. You can even just do this plain as a pick, or just preference. So 4 on the 5th string, 6 on the 3rd. Back to 4 on the 5th, but now we're going to slide to 6. Now we're going to play 8 on the 3rd, back to 6 on the 5th, sliding to 7. So what we have is... And now we're going to play 9 on the 3rd, 7 on the 5th. So what we have... Now after that we're going to go up to the 11th fret of the 5th string, and we're going to play an octave there, just straight out. But you want to give it some vibrato, you're shaking both notes there. So we have 11 on the 5th and 13 on the 3rd string, just the octave shape. We're going to hit that, both notes, and kind of shake both notes, giving it a cool octave vibrato effect. Now we're going to have pretty much the same idea, exactly the same rhythm, but we're just going to be changing the frets. So I'm just going to go through the fret of the octaves, and you can just apply what we just did to them. So the second one goes like this. So the first octave is going to be 6, and then we have 9, and then we have 11, and then the last one which we're going to hit and give vibrato is going to be 14. So it's the exact same right hand idea as we did on the first one. So just all together. Alright, now we have this. So now we're just using plain octaves without doing the whole hybrid picking thing. We're going to be playing 11 and giving it some vibrato. Again, we're just still on octaves using the octave shape. And now we're going to be doing 4, 6, 7. And then to 11 again. So what we have is... And now we're gonna go to 6. Alright, now we have the shred run. So we're gonna be doing 9, 11, 13 on the 4th string, and then the same frets on the 3rd string. Now on the 4th string, we're gonna be doing 11, 13, 14, and the same frets on the 3rd string. And now we're going to be doing 13, 14, 16 on the 4th string and the same frets on the 3rd string. So what we have is... And now on the 2nd string we're going to be doing 14, 16, 17. And then 14 on the 1st. And then we're going to vibrato 16. Now, as you're vibratoing that 16, you can do a pickup switch and then slide out of it. So we're going to the neck pickup at this point. So now that we're on the neck pickup, we have this. So we're going to be sliding into 14 of the second string, and then we're going to play 16, 17. And now we're going to do a forward slide into 16, and then a backward slide into 11. This is on the first string now. And after that 11, after you kind of give it some vibrato, you want to do a quick slide out. So, alright. And now you're gonna kind of repeat the first part again. That's on the part that was on the second string. So sliding into 14, playing 16, and then 17. But now we're gonna do a forward slide into 19 of the first. So now we're gonna be playing 17, 16. So the whole thing again. Alright, now at this point, this one is probably one of the quicker pickup switches. You're going to go back to the bridge riff, and that's it as far as pickup switching. Now you're going to be remaining on the bridge riff for the rest of the song. So we're going to have this part. This is similar to what we had in the part 2 video, similar to Eliko from there. So we're going to be raking through the first 6th string, the 5th string, and the 4th string. These are just going to be raked through as dead notes. So essentially this is all just one big sweep. But we're only going to start fretting notes up to when we get to the 3rd string. And the note there is going to be the 16th fret, and then the 17 on the 2nd string, and then the 16 on the 1st string. So we have essentially... After that, when we get to the 16th fret, we're going to do a hammer on 17, we're going to pull back off, hammer on, and then pull off. So, we're going to slide back to 12, and then we're going to hammer to 16, pull off, hammer to 14, pull off, and then we're going to play 14, 12 on the 2nd string. Alright, now we're going to play 16, but we're going to quickly slide to 16. And then we're going to do a pull off to 9, hammer to 10, pull off to 9, hammer to 10, and then pull off to 9. So. And now. That's going to be 9 on the 3rd and then 8. And then we're going to have 11, 9 on the 4th. And then we're going to play 11, 9, sliding to 11 on the 5th. So from the beginning. Alright, now we're going to have this. So essentially we're going to go to the 3rd string, the 4th fret. We're going to be playing the ones on the 3rd string palm muted. That's going to be 4, 6. 5 on the 2nd, 7 on the 2nd. Alright, now we're going to do an octave tapped harmonic, and then we're going to bend that 7 up. So essentially is you're going to do a tapped harmonic, an octave tap harmonic, and then you want to do a full tone bend. Alright, that's pretty much the entirety of the first section. Let's have another look at it slowly with some tabs. Alright guys, let's have a look at the second section. We're going to be starting off with this shred run. Alright, so we're going to be starting off on a 9 of the 6th string. We're going to be playing 9, 11, 12. It's going to be palm muted. And we're going to do that twice. Same thing on the 5th string, but only once. And now we're going to go up to the 11th fret of the 5th. We're going to do 11, 12, 14. And now we're going to do on the 4th string 11, 13, 11. So what we have so far is... and everything so far is still palm muted. Now after the 11, 13, 11 on the 4th string, we're going to do on the 5th string 14, 12, 11, 12, 14. So we're going backwards and then forward. And now on the 4th string, we're going to do 11, 13, 14. Now we're going to do 11, 13, 11 on the 3rd string, but now not palm muted. And on the 4th string, we're going to do 14, 13, 11, 13, 14. So again, we're just going backward and then forward. And then we're going to do 11, 13, 14 on the 3rd. So we have... Alright, so from the beginning... Alright, now we're going to do 13, 14, 16 on the 4th string. And then 13, 14, 16 on the 3rd string. And then we're going to do 14, 16, 14 on the 2nd. And now we're going to do 16, 14, 13 on the 3rd. And then 14, 13, 11. So. And now on the 4th string, we're going to do 14, 13, 11, 13, 14. So again, just going backward and then forward. And then we're going to do... which is going 11... 13, 11, and then 9. This is all going to be on the 3rd string, and you kind of want to do this with rests in between, so it's kind of staccato. Then we're going to do kind of a little jerk on 8. You're going to bend it slightly up quickly and then bring it back down. So essentially it's a jerk and then a bend. And then you go down to 9. So, recapping everything so far. Alright, now we're going to be playing that little crazy train riff. And this is essentially the crazy train riff just played on the 4th fret of the 5th string. So we're going to be doing 2 palm mutes on the 4th fret of the 5th string. Then we're going to play 6 on the 4th, back to the palm mute, 7 on the 4th, back to the palm mute, and then 6 on the 4th. Alright, now we're going to do... so we're going to be playing 4 on the 4th, 7, 6, 7 on the 5th. And then 4 on the 4th, 7, 6, open on the 5th. So we have... now we're going to slide from 4 to 5 on the 6th string, and then we're going to play the open 6th string. And then a quick slide from 11 to 12 on the 6th. So. And then we're going to play 11, 12, 11, and we give 11 some vibrato. Make sure you slide out of that at the end. So. Alright, that's the entirety of the second section. let's have another look at it slowly with some tabs. Alright guys, let's have a look at the third section. It's going to be that little tapping etude. Here's how it goes. Alright, tricky stuff. Let's get right into it. And it's going to be pretty much all hammer-ons and pull-offs and taps. So there's going to be a lot of hammering on from nowhere. That's just when you, for example, on the 12th fret of the second string, that's our first note. I'm going to be just straight hammering on to that with no picking. There's no picking in this entire section. So first up, we're going to hammer on 12-16 on the second. And then we're going to tap 17. And then we're going to pull off 16-12. So, and now we're going to hammer on to 14 on the third, tap 16, and then pull off. So, now I'm going to repeat the exact same thing 3 times, but there's just one difference. In all those 3 times that we're going to repeat them right now, there's not going to be that 12 at the beginning, alright? So that's only at the very, very beginning that you're going to do that 12. It's kind of a leading note. But like all the times after it, you're just going to straight start off with a 16. So you're going to hammer on 16, tap 17, pull off 16, back to 12, and then 14, 16, 14. Alright? So, and that you're going to do 3 times. So, well, the first measure, what we have so far... Alright, now the start of the second measure, at the beginning we're going to have... So, this is essentially what I just did right now, is what we had on the second string earlier, the thing that starts on 16, we're going to do the exact same thing, but instead of the second string, we're going to do it on the first string, so... Alright, and then the third string, we have the exact same thing, so 14, 16, 14. After that, we're just gonna do the same thing that we had from before, so we're gonna repeat this 3 times. The one on the second string. So what we have so far is this. Alright, so those are the first 2 measures. Playing them up to speed. Alright, now we're going to repeat that part that we just did 3 times. We're going to do it another 4 times, so... Alright, so that's pretty much the third measure. The fourth measure is going to be the same as the second measure. Alright, so... So what we have so far is technically this. Hope you're still with me and you're not lost. Now, the fifth measure rather is where things kind of start getting different. We're gonna have this. So we're gonna be doing, you know that thing that we had at the beginning of the second measure? We're gonna do that now 4 times. So. Alright, and then now we're gonna take that thing we just did, we're just gonna change one thing about it. We're gonna be tapping 19 on the first string now. Just that tap note is the thing that's gonna change. So this kind of leaves you with kind of a jump here, but that is how it is, so... Alright, like that little octave jump there is a bit tough, probably the toughest thing in this entire part. It's not really so much speed as so much getting hang of the muting of everything. Alright, now after that, the last part is just gonna be so we're gonna be doing this little slide with our right hand from 19 to 21, and then we're gonna pull off to 16. And then we're gonna do the same thing, but now we're gonna pull off to 14. Alright, now we're gonna do it from 21 to 19, and then we're gonna pull off to 11. Then we're gonna do this little slow ass bend on 11, half step, and then we kind of cut everything off. So it will be so that's pretty much the entirety of the third section. I hope you didn't get lost, and let's have another look at it slowly with some tabs so you can get it really in your head. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this lesson for the third and final part of Ascend. We're finally done with it. Probably the next thing we're going to do by Thedoo is Horizon, so stay tuned for that. And be sure to check out our Patreon page in the description below so you can support us to keep making these awesome solo and riff lessons. And you can kind of get some little extra stuff over there too. So the link will be in the description below. If you have any requests, leave it in the comments below. And other than that guys, happy shredding.